So let's get started here. Basically, we're going to talk about installing some of the tooling. In this case, we're talking about Deis, and then its companion application or application Helm, which lets us work on some of the graphics that you see with Kubernetes. So let's dive in and do this installation. So what is Deis? Well, it's basically some tooling to help us create and manage applications on Kubernetes. So let's get this set up, and later we'll take a look at Helm and describe what that does. Installation is just a couple of steps. So here you can see the website to install the client tooling here on my Linux Ubuntu VM. So I'm going to basically copy the very first curl command, which does some basic installation here. So go ahead and paste that in. Once I do that, it'll install some basic tooling. Let's go ahead now and run Deis to make sure that's properly installed. And it is. We see the help file here, so we're ready for the next step. So let's create a link between Deis in my home directory and in the user local bin directory here. So let's go ahead and copy this next sudo ln command to do just that. We're going to go back up over here to the command prompt after we do a copy and do a little bit of a paste here. Super quick command, that's going to complete. Let's go on to the next step here. So we're going to install Helm here, which kind of helps give the functionality to Deis workflow. So let's go ahead and do that as the next step here. Go ahead and check out the installation instructions here. And at this point, you can see the install page. We're going to kind of click Installation Guide here, go down a little bit, couple quick commands here. Let's go down to the script section to do this. I think that's going to work a little bit better. Do a quick curl to change mod, and then get Helm, and we're good to go. So let's go ahead here from the script section of install. Go ahead and copy the curl command, paste that back into the Linux command prompt here, which essentially does the download of the script here, which we're going to make executable here with the change mod. Once we make this script executable, we will do the next logical step, which is to run that script. Here we go. Step 3 here is to run get Helm. And once we do this, we ought to be able to just go ahead and try to run Helm at the command prompt and make sure that it's actually installed correctly. So let's go ahead and do that now as the next step. So now that it's complete, let's go ahead and just type in Helm and make sure everything works. We're good to go. We got Deis installed, we got Helm installed, the workflow is ready to go, and we're ready to really start using this software that we just installed.